Welcome to episode 2 of Career Podcast. This is for students who want to explore different options in career and they want to know about different careers. Today we have entrepreneur. If you travel around Shillong, you must have seen these wagons, the chicken wagons. And today we have with us Ba Krao Borba Kharpuri. Welcome, Ba, to this podcast. Your career journey has been incredibly diverse, from hotel management to emergency services to now to entrepreneurship. So, what motivated you ultimately to, after doing all these different fields, to start your own venture?
First of all, I would like to thank all of you, for inviting me out here, and I take this opportunity to thank God for always been a blessing for me. That whatever I do, I always pray to Him that He give me strength so that I can move forward with all my work. And what motivates me is whenever I go to any cities, I see the brand name like KFC, MacDonalds, and all. And I remember when I was in Delhi, when I was working out there, and I see those brands. I always have a dream that I should have one own brand of mine. But I actually I would love to. I was thinking that I want to buy KFC or want to have McDonald's of my own, But at that one time, I looking at my scenario and I said, oh, that there's no way about it because I am not a rich person where I can take a franchise or something. So, but looking at it, I was thinking that looking at it, and then I felt every now and then if I'm doing my hotel management, then definitely I should have something on my own. So that was actually my dream that motivates me every time whenever I see those brands and all. So that is my starting of my journey, sir.
You can actually start your own KFC, Crow Fried Chicken.
Yes, right.
So, anyway, did you study hotel management?
Yes, sir, I did my hotel management.
Can you tell us about that?
Yes, I did my hotel management from Durgapur, and in the year 2004, and then I did my training in the Hotel Clarges, New Delhi, and after
That was how many years, the hotel management?
it was 3 years course, sir, till from 2004 till 2007. So, but in between, I have to go for industrial training, vocational training, and I even did my vocational training in Pinewood Hotel and the Pull Towers Hotel out here in Shillong. So during the studies, I went and studied over there, and after that, we had to go for certain trainings. And when we were at the Clarges Hotel with my colleague, so we learn over there, it's totally different. It's a 5-star hotel, so we learn a lot. And from there, we the reason why I pick up hotel management also, it's because my parents, they saw my strength. I'm those kind of among we are 6 siblings in total. The eldest one is my sister, and 5 brothers we are. So whenever we are at home, they always tell me that when I'm always at home, my parents would tell me that either you make food or you clean the house and all. So we had to do all those things. So I love doing housekeeping work at home. So I'm like a girl arranging the rooms and cleaning the rooms and wiping the floor and all that. So I love doing all that. So my parents saw me that, and then they told me that why don't you pick up a course of hotel management. So if you go for hotel management, because looking at your strength, you can do it. I remember when I did my 11 12 in Shillong Commerce College. At that time, when I completed my 12th standard, and then I asked my mother that that what should I do. She told me that, and I remember at that time I asked her because many youth, many friends of mine, seniors of mine, I've seen that after doing the masters, after doing the graduation, they are not getting a job. They are just simply taking a tuition at home. So I was scared about that as well. So I was thinking, I'm not good. I'm not that good in studies, but I cannot feed that much. So I was thinking, I was scared, and then I was telling that if I go for hotel management, will be I getting a job immediately after my graduation? So my parents told me that yes, you'll be getting a job. There'll be a placement, job placement. So I asked her many times, thinking of that, not getting a job. So she said that, and I said, okay, fine. Then I will go and then do my best. So that's how my courses start. Then I went and
Wonderful.
joined.
So you studied commerce
Yes, I
in
did
your
11,
higher
12.
secondary, and
Yes,
then
sir.
you did hotel management.
Yes, sir.
So it's very much relating to what you are doing today.
Right.
So do you think it really helps? Because why I'm asking is many students, They just right away they want to start. Immediately
Yes.
after school they want to start their business, their some venture and all that.
Right.
But doing the right study, doing the right degree, do you think that helps? Now you are better, you feel you're better equipped?
Yes, sir. Actually, it's not bad if they wanted to, like, no, like if they are in school and they wanted to start any entrepreneurs. If they have any idea they wanted to start in business, they can do it. But getting, like a study, like, it will really help us, because 11, 12 I did commerce, and it helps me with my accounting
Yeah.
part when I'm working right now with my own business. And in the other hand, like hotel management, it really helps me because I can make them more, the team. If I have a team, then I can make them more, and like, to make them understand what we are doing, the purpose that we're doing. And also, yes, like the studies, we really need to, like you have the, like it should be there, so that we can continue with our journey whenever we do an
Wonderful,
entrepreneur's
wonderful.
journey.
So your Chicken Wagon was Shillong's first food truck.
Yes, sir.
So now whenever something starts for the first time, there are challenges, there are like
Right.
teething problems are there.
Yes.
So share all these, whatever challenges you face in detail, because
Right.
you're starting something for the first time, and that is
Yes.
the idea of entrepreneurship.
Right.
That those students will be starting something of their own.
Yes, sir.
So in doing that, what were the challenges and how did you resolve them?
The first challenges, like, that we face is that starting a first food truck out here in Shillong, because there's no such vendors who make food trucks, good food trucks in Shillong. But luckily we find one, but it was like time consuming, and then we had to brainstorm, and we had to do a demo with boxes and all. We tried making, like, I still remember that what we did was, like, we make with the boxes, and then we started doing it with the sample test and all. And then after that, like, we went and meet the vendor and show him the idea, the concept. And then getting a vendor was one thing that we face a challenge. And then after that, it's like the equipments that we have to install into that food truck was another challenge, because we don't get very easily the equipments out here in Shillong. We don't get at all. We had to we have to purchase from outside. And again, another challenge is, like, when we want to have a brand on our own, we don't have any vendors, even in the northeastern states, that who can really help us with the packaging materials and all. And the other thing is that, like, the last like that we face is, like, the transportation, because we have to transport the equipment from outside, and then we have to transport the packaging materials. So the transportation cost is also very high. And starting at, like, when we look at the very first time when we start our business, it was like, even if we have to order packaging materials, only just the cups that we order, we have to order, minimum order quantity was 25,000 pieces. So it's really hurting us, like, when we started, we didn't have the money that we have to buy those packaging materials. So those were the challenges that we faced. And again, yes, when I took over this business, like, I remember in the year 2019, 2020, lockdown was there. So that is another unknown scenario we had to face. So that's the reason why we opened a shop in, like, Mukra. I remember those days that I went in DC office, I asked permission from DC and ADC, and I slept over there. I sat over there, I said, until unless you won't give me a permission to open my food truck, then I won't be leaving from this office. I still
Okay.
remember that. Those were the challenges that we faced. But I really thank God that God has opened us opportunity, then we are like who we are right now. Like, it's because of Him.
Right. You talked about the, of course, the need for the capital, the money
Right.
to initiate any business.
Right.
So, how did you, like, arrange for that? I mean, was it some kind of government scheme, or was it some kind of loan you took? Like, how did you, that initial investment which is
Yes,
required?
sir. Yes, I still remember when we started our business. What happened is, like, the problem that we faced was, we started one truck, and then we were earning some money from there, and the sales that we're getting, we are adjusting with our the payment that we had to make, and then we had to buy some vendors, and I really thank those vendors who have really helped us understanding our situation. Like, we pay them on a monthly basis. So that is what we do. And yes, not forgetting the government of Meghalaya have really helped us. The chicken wagon, like who we are right now, it's because of the Prime Meghalaya. And I remember the MIE department was the first department who approached us, and then who really helped us during the lockdown. So that was also there. And then in the year 2020, in the month of March, I still remember we get the first capital from the government of Meghalaya. So from the MIE department, Sir Solia was there. So I get 1 lakh from there, and then we could sustain ourselves somehow, like with our business. And then after that, like when we approached Prime, and Prime had we pitched for the we had to pitch to win that award also. So we pitched, and then we get 50,000 from there, and then from there they selected us to to participate in the Northeast Entrepreneurship Development Program in Guwahati. So we were the top 20 entrepreneurs of there as well. So we get another 3 lakhs grant from there, and and we get selected as top 20. So we get another 7 lakhs also from the Northeast Entrepreneurship Development Program. And right now we recently get a 0% interest loan from the government of Meghalaya. That is 50 lakhs rupees, and that's the reason why we get to open the Rinja outlet, and we are making another food truck that we are going to soon launch in July. So,
In Jovai?
yes, sir.
Okay. I hope you have one truck in Secretariat also. There's a lot of
Yes,
employees who would love that. Anyway, so you have worked in very wonderful hotels like Hyatt and
Yes, sir.
Claridge's.
Yes, sir.
So now, having worked there, how does it shape your vision to make Chicken Wagon, of that level, of that brand? How does that help?
Um, well, when I was working in the hotel, I remember, like it was all that we had to do is like we have to play with the food that we have, and we had to have the love and the passion that we are doing whatever the food and all, especially when we are in the hotel industry, and also the personality that we carry, and also that we are doing in our work, in our daily work, daily basis work. So right from scratch, so as to say, like when we wipe the spoon in the hotels, and then even the glass that we hold, like we have to hold from the bottom rim of the glass, and then we have to wipe it so that there should not be any single stain or something. So those help us, shaping the our journey, that whatever we're doing till now. So it really I remember during this journey, I remember like we had to work really hard to become one of the entrepreneurs. So that is actually a small portion of what we do in the hotels as well.
Wonderful. When people go for entrepreneurship, there is always a risk,
Yes, sir.
right?
Yes.
And then now there is another thought which many have of having a stable job, like a
Right.
government job. So that is one of the major thoughts which our youth have today,
Yes.
that we want government jobs. But government jobs are very less, as you are
Yes, sir.
aware. Maybe 500 to 1,000 every year.
Right.
But there are 20,000, 30,000 youth which are coming out of the system every year.
Right.
So you can see the imbalance.
True.
So this, how did you have that courage to, go for entrepreneurship in spite of knowing the risk which are there?
Yes, actually, something happened to me that I had to take that risk, is because when I was working in Delhi, and I remember during those days I work 18 hours, 24 hours straight shift, and sometimes I had to work 36 hours, 54 hours, continuously. So that's how I work in Delhi, and I love doing that as well. So I get a little bit of rest and then continue the job. So that is how I did, and because of my health issues, I actually, my plan was to go abroad and work outside India, but I was ill at that time, and then I had to come back, and my parents, like, then I was really scared because I was really serious, and I was admitted in the hospital, and then I had to come back, and then my parents didn't allow me to go back to other states. So I had to stay in Shillong, and then I had to find some job loan, and then I joined emergency service, like when they launched GVK MRI 108. So I worked with there for 5 years, and then after that, my parents told me that, why don't you apply a job in Chili Breeze, and from there you can you might learn something from there. So I joined Chili Breeze, and I worked there for 7 years, and then the Chili Breeze gave me an opportunity working with the farmers, and also from there, like when I was working with farmers, we had some ingredients that we had to mix, and also when we mixed the ingredients, and then we were standing in the roadside in golf link, and during that time I remember, when we start selling over there, we were just using plastic tarpaulin and some tables. So when I was working over there, and then I remember during those days in Delhi, where like the food vendors roadside at 2 a.m 3 a.m in the morning, they were there, and serving rolls, serving Chinese, like chicken chow and all of things. So it was not that clean, but like it I remember it really motivates me when we discussed what we had to do during that time. So I suggested, we have to we opening a food truck would be, a beautiful this thing in our state, because nobody have done that. So we use that concept, and then we measured the size of the truck when we went and approached in the showroom, and then we look at the truck, and then okay, we'll buy this truck, and then we measure that truck. And when we went in the golf link, we draw the area, like we draw the line with that measurement of the truck, and then we just work in that area, so that whenever we put that idea in the truck, so that we won't face any problem later. So that is how we did as a team, and then we worked with that, and then like giving people to taste our food, and when they started liking our food, then from there slowly we bring that concept into a food truck. So.
Wonderful, wonderful. So your business and food truck is known for its fast service, hygiene, and quality.
Yes, right.
But having multiple, now you're having 3, right? And
Yes.
you're trying to expand. You're having more outlets and all
Yes,
that.
sir.
So how do you make sure that that quality is maintained in all of your outlets?
Okay. The first thing first is like whatever we are doing, like the prep work that we're doing, that should be in a correct way of doing it. And why I'm saying the prep work is like, if the prep work is not in a correct way, that what we are adding towards our ingredients or the food that we are doing, like we're adding into it, like if there is no proper calculation in it, then we might the chances of having that problem will be there. So that's the reason why we do a prep work in such a way that there should not be any problem, even if we expand in many outlet. So that is how we work. And yes, looking at the time, like that we are doing the prep work and everything, so that the food that we are serving to our customers, it won't affect. So today, like let's say one customer comes and eat, and they say that today the chicken, like the salt is not there, and then tomorrow if the same customer comes and if he says that no, okay, today salt is there. So that is something that we have to really look at it, that so that the consistency of the food will be there.
To make sure that, like, how do you train your staff? Like, do you have some institute which is doing it for you, or you are having your own training mechanism?
My training is totally different to any other so as compared with the hotel something, because they have HR and they have the team to train them all. So my way of training is like when I know that people really need a job, and the team members that I'm giving a job for them is like those people who doesn't have parents, or they are single parent and they cannot go for further studies. So I recruit them and I just let them hit the floor, like so say like no.
Okay.
So they just go inside the kitchen, and then I train them, and I give them freedom to work, like no, but I guide them, I coach them, and I see how they are doing, and then I train them specifically by myself only, and then how to cut the chicken, and then how to do the marinade, and then how to like do the breading, and those are the steps that I train them, and it's very easy. And I have small equipments, small machines that we are using, and from there I train them, so that because using machines we have to be careful, so that they don't get any injury or something like that. So that is how I train them, and then I work closely with the team. And suppose if they don't have any service experience something, so what I do is like I go along with them in the food truck or in the shop. So I train them the customer service, like, because for them it's very difficult, because they are coming from from the village or from the family there, where they are not being taught all those. Because I remember in school at least we are being taught that that how we should be disciplined. Also I teach them right from scratch, like even they are staying along with me in the main kitchen, so I train them how to get up in the morning. I train them how to be disciplined, sometimes because people coming from village, they hardly use, like so say, like they hardly use a toothbrush, so I teach them even that also. So that is how I train the teams.
Basically, you are the master trainer behind all your stuff. All right. You mentioned the influence you had from McDonald's and KFCs and the big brands and all that. So, how do you plan to make the Chicken Wagon, to that level? Like, do you have any plans to go, national or global in that respect?
Yes, I am. I have a plan, sir, for that. I really wanted to be one of the brand like KFC MacDonalds, because during my time, during my college days, I really wanted to buy McDonald's, but I know that I don't have money. Till now, we don't have McDonald's in Shillong, so I really wanted to buy the brand, but I don't have the money to buy. But now I am an entrepreneur, that I have my own brand. Then definitely I want to be like them. And what I'm going to do is like. First, my concept is a little bit different. It's like I'm going to train the team, and I want to open opportunity for them. So say like no, they become right now they are only we have leader, and then we have location leader, and we have a backup location leader. So that is my concept of doing the work. But I want them to be manager, like no like we I don't want to give any franchise something like that as for now, because franchise is like some big person would buy my brand, then open a outlet in any states. But I wanted my team to to open a brand. I mean, say to open an outlet in some other states where they run the business, they run the show, and I train them, I coach them. Yes, doing it by myself, it'll be a little bit difficult because looking at the capitals and the sales that we're getting. But in fact, in future might be we can take some investors help where we can share a little bit of equity with them, and then from there the brand might expand as well in that way. But we can give a chance for our team members from here where they can grow. And even if suppose now right now we are going to open in Guwahati, and then next from here we say we are going to open in July. Next from July we're going to open in Guwahati. So I want to recruit those kind of people who really thrive, who really wanted a job to make a difference for them. So that is what I'm going to do there.
Wonderful. We wish you all the best for
Thank you
that.
so much, sir.
In any business, sustainability is now a key aspect where we do things in a way which are environment friendly.
Right.
So is your company having some features, so that we use less of plastic, we are environment friendly, we are green business, something you want to
Yes, sir.
share on that note?
Yes. Regarding that, so the plates that we are serving to our customers, we are giving a biodegradable plates which is made from the from the betel nut tree. So we are using that for our serving purpose, and for packaging we are using a plastic lid, but it's a compostable lid. So like it. That is the concept that we're doing, and it's a little bit costly. And like looking at that, then we can we can go, so because we are standing in the roadside. If we are selling in the roadside, we have to think about that as well, because sometimes people, they buy food and then they just throw here and there. So we have to think about that. So that's the reason why we are using all compostable packaging materials. And we are also in our t-shirt, the back of our t-shirt, we are writing health trash, where whenever the chicken wagon goes, like we try to clean that area. We try to clean the area. We have a story behind it as well. When we started in golfing, I remember the golfing lane, like there was a big drain over there, and I remember it was almost full of that drain. So what we did was we coordinated with the municipal board, and then we cleaned that entire area. Till now we're doing that. And whenever we go to any events or something like that, if we see that there are some garbages where people have dumped it over there. Like I remember there's one program that we went in Larity. I remember there was some program they have left that garbage quite number of days. So we coordinate with municipal board, and we as a team we cleaned that entire area, and then we give it to municipal board, and municipal board take it. So these are a little bit of steps that we're doing. We cannot clean the entire city, but we are just trying from our end, thinking of the environment.
Wonderful. I think if every business does that, think like that, and Shillong will be the cleanest city.
Yes, sir.
Every entrepreneur requires support, especially from the family and the people who surround them,
Yes,
right?
sir.
So how did your family support you in your entrepreneurial journey?
Yes. I would like to thank first my parents who have seen my strength, and then send me for my studies. So and then my they have always supported me. And I remember when I started my journey of the chicken wagon, my parent gave me 25,000. I still remember when I started the business. She like both of them, they gave me 25,000. It's like they wishes me, and then my wife, especially my in-laws, who have really helped me in whatever I'm doing, because who really support me. Because if we don't get a family support, it's very difficult, sir, to do anything. Even if you want to work in any organization or any place, if they don't agree with you, I would suggest that you shouldn't move forward with that, because they have also they can see something that is not right, or something that that they have in them. So with me, I remember my parents really says that this is a chance for you to take a risk. This is a chance for you to know to grow. So because you have really worked really hard throughout this line. And even my wife, like she is a very lovely wife, and she have really helped me in whatever I'm doing. And she always we always pray to God that whatever we do, it will it will grow, that we're doing. And she always motivate me, and she's like the back end of my business. Whenever I have any problem or any issues, like then I would discuss with her, and I discuss with her and share with her, and then we brainstorm and we find out the solution for it. So she's one of my pillar to see with my business, and my in-laws who have really helped me, support me, because I hardly stay at my own house, like, so I don't get a chance to stay in my house because I had to work really hard. So I stay in my main kitchen with my team, and from Monday, Saturday, and Saturday is the day where I go home and I rest on Sunday. So that is the only day that I spend with my family. So it's because of them. They trust me, and they support me. So that's the reason why who I am right now. It's because of them also, sir.
Wonderful, wonderful. Entrepreneurs require some skill, right? You need to have some skill set.
Right.
So I want you, because you have been an entrepreneur for so many years now, and you're like expanding and learning and doing so well as an entrepreneur.
Yes.
So what are the skill set? Because those who are listening are students, so
Right.
they may have some business idea, but do they have the skill to do it, to
Yes.
become an entrepreneur basically?
Yes, sir.
So as per you, what are the major skill which a person should have to become a successful entrepreneur?
Yes. For me, right now, I consider that this is the starting of my journey. Because why I'm saying that is because I want to expand more. I want to become big like any other brand. And for any students like who is watching this podcast, I would suggest them that the number one that we should have in our life is being humble. Whatever we're doing, because if we grow also, we have to still remember that we have to remember that scratch when we were you know when we started our business, or whenever we are doing anything, like we should remember that scratch, from scratch, that where we are before, when we grow. That is one thing. And the other thing is values. The most important part is values. Like we have to have certain sets of values that that will align towards what we are doing. If we don't have values, if we have the attitude, or if we have the ego, then like it's very difficult for us to grow or to move forward. So we have to have the values in set. And the next thing is the personality that we have. The personality is also the most important part, that everybody look towards any other person. So the next thing is like the cleanliness, that whatever doing, especially when it comes to food, like we have to be very careful with the cleanliness part. Because right now, if you can see, as a team like Chicken Wagon, we see that right now, which is going on in social media, like from the far side department, they go and check every businesses, where we see there are some businesses, they don't maintain that. So I would suggest to any student, if they wanted to start any business, the first thing first, keeping in mind that is the cleanliness. So for us, we are not we are not saying that we are good at it, but we maintain certain sets of cleanliness way of doing things. Because whenever we go for sales, at the end of the day, whether it's winter time or summertime or rainy season or any time, we make sure that at the end of the day we clean the entire truck or the entire outlet that we have. We never miss even a single day. Even it's very cold also, like minus temperature also, we still do that, wearing with our like jackets. And also that is how we do as a team. That is a little bit of suggestion that I would say from my end. And keeping that in mind, and we should never forget God. If we remember God and we pray, He will definitely help us to move forward with whatever we're doing, sir.
Wonderful. My last question to you.
Yes, sir.
Now, Meghalaya doesn't have many industries, as
Right.
you are aware, many big, corporations or anything for giving jobs.
Right.
Now, is entrepreneurship the answer? Because unemployment is increasing, and
Yes, sir.
that's one of the major challenge Meghalaya is facing and will face in the future.
Right.
So, do you think having more entrepreneurs is the solution to this problem?
Yes, sir, it is the solution actually. Because when I started this business, I just have two team members in my team, the core team members. I would like to share the story about one Garu girl. She's with me, and I remember their relative they came and asked a job for her when I started when I was working with Chilbreeze, and she doesn't know English. She doesn't know Hindi and she doesn't know Khasi. She knows only Garang language. So I still remember, like I was telling their family members. I was telling that one day I might help you out, but this time I cannot because in Chilbreeze you have to use laptop and all. Even if you are cleaning if even if you are a cleaner in the organization. So what I did is that I remember when I took over the business, I called her, and when she came and sat with me, I was discussing with her, and I remember she was just looking like no, she was when I was talking to her, she puts her head down like this. I said, "Look up, don't feel shy." So I remember that was the day when I tell her that, no, if you want to be with me, we will work together and we will make thing different, in a different way, so we can be one of that that brand that we have in our state. So when I had to teach her, I still remember when I had to teach her in terms of cooking. I have to take suppose if I tell her that you have to pour 2 teaspoons of salt, I have to take out the teaspoon and then show her this, and then I show her like this too. So and then pour. So now that girl, she is my she's taking care of the entire business, and she can speak Hindi, she can speak Khasi, and she can speak a little bit of English.
Wow.
So that is like like the team that we have and that we are doing as a team. So we continue to do that so that we can train people so that they can come better.
So how many people are you
And
employing now?
right now, so we have I have 22 employees with
Wow.
me.
So
Yes, sir.
that's how it has
Yes, yes,
grown
yes.
from
Right,
2 to 22.
right.
So wonderful. Thank you for sharing your story. It's really an inspiring journey, the journey of Chicken Wagon. I hope all the students who are listening to this from schools, from colleges, anywhere, if you have a dream to become an entrepreneur, we have talked about the skills which are required. We have talked about the values which you should have. We have talked about the struggles and challenges. And I hope this episode really helps you to be clear of what it means to be an entrepreneur. We have seen that he started with two, and now the family of Chicken Wagon is 22 strong. So you've given employment to 22 people. That is the answer to the unemployment issues of Meghalaya. If we have more entrepreneurs, if you become an entrepreneur, you will employ 20 people, 30 people, and they themselves maybe one day will start their own ventures. They will also employ people. So I think entrepreneurship is the answer to many of Meghalaya's problems, and it has been a wonderful episode. See you in the next episode. Thank you so much, Kublai Shibun, Mithila.